So, at the end of the last session, some weeks ago, who can tell me, or who remembers where we had left off?
On the ground for most of us.
Yeah. Well, we've been taken out. There's a key that someone's trying to run out with, but Thungrim is chasing after. Right?
Yeah, that ain't gonna go well for him.
But he's not. He's barely holding on, so.
Okay. Ash, what do you recall?
Pretty much the same. Let's see. Which one? One of these top two guys next to me has the key and is making for the front door. And that was sort of where we kind of ended up at the top of the order. I think I'm down.
No, you're up with like 1 hit point.
I thought I might be down. If not, I must have missed grabbing the key, I think. And then we looped the top of the order with them trying to get away and us in bad shape, but trying to prevent what we can.
Right. So, Siona ended it with a death save, which actually looks like she did a critical. She rolled a 1 on it, if I'm saying that correctly.
Yeah, so she might just die anyway.
She might just die on her own. So that was that. You, if I recalled correctly, Thongrim was trying to. I see a 12 on that last roll. Looks like you were trying to grapple them and managed to miss out. So that did take us to the top of the order. And let's see here. Did you just... Your icon just switched, Will?
Let me see if it switches again.
Yes.
I changed my name. The As drop down. I changed it just to Corin.
Weird.
Which I like the bottom icon. Like the ones I have hidden.
Yeah. I don't know. That's strange. Okay. So yes, that we are in the midst of combat. At the beginning, at the top of the order would be Corin. And let's see here. There's a good bit of other people. If you take a look around the battlefield, there's still some other shenanigans going on. So anyway, we will go from there. As far as the timeline, remember that if you just try to recall that there are 2 days left in the Saj Estate party, and Rasbar had heard some things about that coincided with Raziel's intel, and I think Corin found some of that information out. Apparently, the church has something planned for the final day. Are not exactly sure what it is, but it has something to do. The Stowe estate is they are involved with it, or at least in terms of you felt like there was some build up, some stuff with them. That's why Corin was out there staking them out. So things are afoot right now. So, that said, we're at the top of the order. Corin, what's up?
Well, I am blind, so I am actually just going to find my mouse and move up against this wall and bonus action hide.
Yeah, well, you were already up against the wall.
Oh, is that a wall? That's stairs, you're right. Okay.
Yes.
Still gonna bonus action hide.
Our little arrow there. Okay.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. Find stealth. There it is.
Okay.
And I am just going to stand here. Hope I don't get fireballed again. Not that it hurts.
Yeah.
right, I'm done.
All right. So, on that said, from the other side of the fog cloud, this guy is. Got to remember that I don't have pages open for everything. All right, so he's gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. All right, here's what's gonna happen here. So this guy, what? Oh, sorry. Roll 20 strikes again. I was moving on the GM section. Okay, so this guy down here is gonna move. Gonna move up to this section. He's just making a mad dash. Not a dash, but he's just moving as best he can through the, just making a straight line across the fog cloud. And you see him, well, let me see, who would see him?
Thongrum?
Thongrum might see him. Thongrum, roll me a perception check.
Is he in or out of the fog?
He would be right on the, I'm going to say he's right on the edge of the cloud, so yes, his head is out. So yeah, he's right there, that whole 5-foot square thing.
Oh, get open the machine.
All right, so Thongrum managing, head on a swivel, kind of seeing what's going on. He would notice that he is starting to cast some spell as he gets there, and it looks like he's starting to concentrate on that. So that is his turn, which leads us to this guy. 10, 15, 20. He comes up behind Thongrum, and he is going to... This guy... why would he do this? Yeah, he's going to come up behind Thongrum, and he's going to take out, not his... Well, yeah, he'll take out his short sword, and he's going to attempt to just club you on the back of the head with the hilt. And that is +7. So that's a 19. And I'm assuming...
That'll do it.
All right, so he's going to club you for the 1 point of damage to knock you out. And he's looking for non-lethal, to be explicit. And you hear him, at that point, he's like, I've got him, boys! Take off! That is his turn. Raziel. He failed his first throw.
It's like this problem is going to solve itself.
It was a 4 if it mattered. So Raspar comes through, and I forgot to bring his sheet up. Crap. Okay. He was too busy paying attention. He was going to reach down and grabbing grabbing this foot. He drags him out and reaches down and what's the word I'm looking for? He's going to
Stabilize?
Stabilize is the word I'm looking of. Stabilize Raziel. All right. And stabilize would be the action, I assume. All right, that's his turn. This guy takes off. And just dashes.
Through best entry door.
Through the best entry door, dashes. This guy, 2, 3, 4, 7, he moves up. And okay, he's starting to do something too. The other guy darts off after his buddy. And Eldon is down. This problem may solve itself. Thongrim.
Thongrim is down.
Oh, yeah, he's just down. That's
I figure non-lethal means he's automatically stabilized.
Yes, that's how I'm going to roll with it.
I get something, right? Or
I would assume
you're not dying, so you don't get the roll.
What would
Eldon has one fail, by the way. So
Eldon has one fail, right?
one fail, one success.
Okay. You know what, Ash? That's something we probably should check out real quick. Because you should be able to do something. So if he's down, would that be incapacitated? Creature can't take actions?
He's unconscious.
He's just unconscious. Okay. Shit, I didn't think that through.
Like if you get knocked out, the way I envision the rules is if you get knocked out from non-lethal, it's like you made all 3 of your death saves. So you're unconscious but not dying.
Yes.
Your turn, nothing happens.
All right,
you have
so
0 hit points still.
All right. So, Ash, I will give you the option in case you want to roll and try to do this. Would you have rather him try to lethally kill you or incapacitate you so you have a rolling chance?
I was trying to see. I guess I don't. I was trying to see what. I mean, I don't have a save against unconscious or anything.
Oh, you get knocked down to 0 hit points.
Yeah, you're stabilized, which means you don't run the risk of dying, but you also apparently don't get the chance of rolling that 20 to pop up to 1 health or 1 hit point.
It's just like you made all 3 death saves.
Right. So,
I mean, I'm not going to retcon it at this point, so I guess I'm just wait for any healing to occur.
Okay. Well, then we'll move on. Siona.
Okay.
Oh.
She made one.
She made one. All right, top of the round, Corin.
All right. Well, here, casting a spell near me. I'm going to move out of the fog cloud till I can see him and take a swing with the other character sheet.
Oh, that's a hit.
So 22 damage because I was hidden. Which is one more than it takes to make him roll a harder DC on his concentration.
Wait, what?
The concentration check's now an 11 instead of a 10.
Okay. Well.
So I did just enough damage to get it up above. Because it's half the damage.
Okay. Well,
He's casting a spell. He's got to save for an 11.
and he rolled a 17.
I didn't think it was actually going to make an effect.
Hey, it might have. It's an extra 5% chance. Okay, so you have you just stabbed him as he was, intently concentrating and managed to focus through the searing, slashing pain or stabbing pain of this rapier. I mean, I assume you got him right like through the clavicle is what I'm imagining.
I'm going to pop back into the fog cloud, move away from him, which he would get an attack opportunity disadvantage.
Yes, but he is in the process of concentrating on something else.
That is right. And then bonus action hide again.
Okay.
I assume I did it, so I'm just going to move down one back to where I was at and finish my turn.
All right. So as this guy continues to, he's been concentrating and through the searing pain and all this stuff, he raises his hands up to the heavens and unleashes as he yells out this final incantation, and something is, and as the floor starts to open up beneath him, a swirling orange vortex opens up, enveloping everybody that's within the range, and drops down. Everybody drops down into this portal, with the exception of Thongrim, who's kind of camping out somewhere. So the Master Thief here is going to reach down and drag Thongrim. 5, 10. Let's see, what's his movement? It's going to reach down and grab Thongrim. 5, 10, 15. And drag him into the portal. Kind of tosses him in. With that, you guys have been magically transported to somewhere else.
And it leaves yet another dog to starve to death somewhere.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe one of the workers will find him. This one will be fine.
Yes. So, leaving
No one's
behind.
gonna be when he poops out the key.
At no point did you ever tell me that, because otherwise that might have been a thing. So, as the portal envelops everybody, strange things have happened, and you end up in a place with the, kind of a darkened place. And let me go ahead and end this music because it's bothering me now. You get there and you are enveloped in darkness. Your hands are bound, and it's almost as if people might have been waiting for you to appear. And I'm sorry, 1 second. All right. So, as if you were waiting there, you end up being bound and gagged, and you feel like hoods have been put on top of you. Your gear has been stripped, and you end up slowly coming to. You don't exactly know how much time has passed. But you end up coming to inside of a holding cell. Now, we're not in initiative, but the last thing that you remember after being, you remember kind of being taken accosted from as you fell through this. Actually, yeah, nobody would have seen anything because everybody that would have been was either already unconscious, dead, dying, or in the dark. So you come to and you are here. Thongrim and Eldon, you are both astonished that you have actually woken up, but you are both still in a bad position, with 1 hit point each at this stage. Corin, you are still where you are. So, you find yourself within these cells. What do you do?
I don't suppose we were unconscious long enough to get a long rest.
Well, as far as a long rest, you know what? Honestly, I didn't think about that. How would a long rest work in this situation?
I think it's 1d4 hours is what I was reading. 1d4 hours is how long it takes to come out of unconsciousness at 1 hit point. So for us, we'd probably have to be conscious and then have some period of time. But at that point, we would have been down here for a day or so.
It would have been, if it's
8 hours.
Yeah, if it's 1d4. So let's see. All right, so I rolled a 1 for you guys to come out of it, with a long rest being 8 hours. I could buy that.
But Corin was a was conscious when this hole that sucked him out? What?
So by the rules, you have to have at least 1 hit point at the beginning of a long rest to gain benefit from it. But you don't have to have that for a short rest.
That is a weird rule. So then, for benefits of that, I would say it's a short rest. So, as you're sitting in here, some time has passed. There are no windows. You don't really know how much time has passed. But suffice it to say, I'd say you could, a short rest, there are things that you can do. You look around.
Expend hit dice?
Yes, I would expend. If I were you, that would be me. I would expend some hit dice. But you look around, you do see that there is some blood spatter on the floor around you. The bars seem to be locked, but you get the feeling that you might be able to do something about that. As you look around, there's some silver bar. The silver states would be the bars, brown as walls, so your characters can only see what they can see.
First, I'm going to burn some hit dice.
Okay.
Burn all my hit dice. This is terrible.
That is. I have seen some better die.
That still puts me 1 less than my max.
All right.
Well, I'm out of hit dice now, but at least I have most of my hit points.
Thongram, what you gonna do? You gonna take some short rest?
Eldon's gonna use
I suppose so too.
Oh.
Freaking Thongram rolling more in 2 dice than I do in 7.
How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But I hate you both.
Well, I used all but 1 so far to get me to 44 of 45. So yeah.
Right.
All right. Yeah.
What
so
else?
I'll assume, I guess, that in the time that we're sitting here, we've been kind of conversing, I guess, trying to figure out what would happen.
Or you guys were unconscious and I was the only one awake.
Yeah.
Well, you were for at least the first hour, I guess.
Yes. At least an hour of, knowing, we don't know how long it took for you to get to where you were, because Corin Maytu must have been knocked out in order to get to where he is. But you look around, and based on, let me zoom in just a little bit here.
So we now have no gear at this point?
Correct.
Right. What's been? Where are we?
I assume is this room lit at all?
Yeah, I assume everything is at least dimly lit. You're not, it's not necessarily a dark cavern, but it is a room you can see.
I don't have my goggles of sleep seeing.
No, but you should. I mean, you.
Yeah, so it's dim for me.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just fine because screw night dark vision. All right, so I guess the first thing I'll do is I'll regale what little I knew since I was awake, to at least know there was a portal.
So you just fell into this room?
Pretty much, the cloud glowed orange, and then suddenly I was here, or suddenly I was falling, and then I was here. There was I got a knot on my head, so I'm assuming I was knocked out.
Oh, that's wonderful. And then someone came through and took all of our gear. Where are Raz? Did we see anyone see Raz or Gale? Raz, what is the other guy's name? Raz?
Already fading from memory.
Rasbar or Raziel?
Oh, Casbar.
And Siona don't seem to be in sight.
I'm assuming they're keeping Casbar somewhere a little more secure since he's apparently way more powerful than us.
Last thing I remember, I was chasing the key, and then the lights went out. Now, does anyone know how we got here?
Just what I said. I fell here. I don't know about you.
How long ago was that?
I don't know, because I'm pretty sure they let me out. Doesn't feel like too long, but I've only been awake for a couple hours. Let's put it that way. But before that, I have no way of knowing.
Are we chained up, or can we move around?
You can move around. Yeah, you're just locked up. You're just within these cells. So I'm going to move Thongrim real quick. Thongrim, you're within. There's a metal grate in front of you, but 4 stone walls around you. Same with Eldon. And unfortunately, we're going to have to use the Alt key to move things around. All right, so y'all are all surrounded by 3 brick walls or 3 stone walls and a metal cage in front of you with some locks.
So you can't. So I'm just saying, hello, and then I guess I would have heard Corin's voice. So I can't even really see them.
It's dim lights. You can see just fine.
But if we've got 3 walls, then you've got a wall.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I couldn't see I thought those were just the grid tiles. Okay. Let me zoom in some more.
There's a hall here.
Yes, which...
and a hall here.
Yes.
And then a hall here. Otherwise, these are all just... This is... cells. Just prison cells type thing. Dungeon cell.
Yes, pretty much.
So all I really see then is my cell and then the tile in front of me that's mostly blocked by walls.
Yeah, you can see into this hall, but you can't really see what I am, where I'm talking.
Yeah. All right, okay. I was zoomed out so far, it just looked like a big square room we were all in.
Yeah, so you can hear each other. There's a chance that Eldon and Thongrim can see each other.
There'd be barely a chance to see down that corridor or whatever hall cells. So does anybody have any cells working on the locks with, or?
I guess
Can I see anything around me that would be of any use as a lockpick?
What's that?
I'm just asking if there's anything that I can see that would be of any use to try to pick a lock.
There may be, some stuff on your person that you might be able to, fashion into something. Thongrim, what were you saying?
So, I mean, we're in some sort of dungeon, I guess, and all that brickwork and everything. I guess I was gonna use one of my powers to see if I can see anything that might show a weakness or something that I could exploit to maybe escape. Between, like I said, about 18 perception, and
you're looking at your particular cell, and knowing the stonework there, you could see where the hinges are kind of bolted into the stonework, and you can see some of the fine grained seams of the stonework. You believe if you put your heft into it, you probably could break this. You could probably break your gate open.
All right,
which
I will
give you
sit on that for the moment.
That said, probably give you what is the action? It'd be athletics, I assume, because that's the only thing that makes sense. Probably give you advantage on a check for that, since you were able to see that with your stone cunning.
I will hold on to that information for the moment.
Okay.
I mean,
you see.
I will try if there's anything I can use. I will have been trying to pick this lock since I first got in there.
Yeah. You would notice that, you see, I mean, it's not necessarily the cleanest room in the world. You do see some, little rat carcasses and some, bugs and stuff. But if you're looking at it, you might be able to, I don't know, maybe, I don't know how much a rat tail would help you, but, hey, stranger things have happened.
And there's nothing outside my cell that looks like it'd be useful?
No. Not outside your cell, of course.
Well, then I will. Hey, can anybody see anything that could be of use to me? Anything metally or sticks, metals, anything.
These bars are made of metal.
Yeah, that's helpful.
I know.
Eldon with the firm grasp on the obvious.
I'll use message to talk to Thongrim, so I'm not yelling through asking for if there's anything he can reach that would be useful to me, or that he can see. Guessing that's going to be a no.
Much, yeah. There's nothing really in here except, kind of empty. I mean, it's an empty cell that isn't just piled up with stuff. They at least sweep it out or clean it out every so often, it seems. But
hello,
yes,
my gate or whatever might be a little loose if I was to lean into it.
That might draw some attention, though. But it might be the only chance we have.
But I don't have any idea where we are to escape here, basically naked. I'm not sure how much that's going to be of.
Well, right. To be fair, To be fair, you do have your clothes on you. You are not nude, but you don't necessarily have your gear per se.
Yeah, but you don't have like your armor and stuff, so it's just sort of you're probably rocking some skin.
Says the guy who doesn't really wear armor.
Well, I wasn't thinking so much about me, I guess.
I was going to push you out in front and just, do my best Raz impersonation and sling insults while you took care of them.
You rage in front of us, and we'll be good. I'm actually kind of also trying to figure out what I can fashion into a holy symbol of sorts.
I guess I'm going to use that rat tail, and I guess maybe any buckles that happen out on me. I'm going to try and pick that lock.
Okay. So with some fidgeting and stuff, I mean, you've taken a crack at it over the past several hours, and you finally feel like you've gotten a idea of maybe how this mechanism works. And with that last little bit of a chip of that tail, you were able to get in there and feel that the pins moving a little bit. So you were able to get the lock to disengage. Although with some noise. I mean, there's a little bit of rattling there. So do with that as you will.
Okay, well, I will again message Thongrim and Eldon, tell them I got my door open, but I'm going to keep the door closed for a few minutes in case anyone shows up. Guessing no one does. Bueller?
I'm waiting on you guys.
I was waiting, saying, I'm waiting. I'm seeing if anyone shows up. I didn't know if anyone else is.
Oh, no, at this point, no.
Sure, see if someone heard that noise.
No, you don't. You after a few minutes pass by, you assume that nobody is coming. It seems to have fallen on deaf ears. Sorry, I thought you were waiting on somebody else.
Okay, so then I'm going to slowly open my door and look around. Make sure, I don't trip anything stupid or trip on anything. Then I will creep my way up in front of Eldon's door. And say, hey, how you doing in there?
I'm feeling rested, but not great. A little bit recovered, but not great. Little disoriented without knowing where we are. Considering last I remember is a fireball and bright light.
Remember the second fireball?
Probably, maybe, no. I'm just here now.
Check on Thongrim. Can I get through that door?
It is also locked.
So Thongrim is double lock.
Okay.
I mean, I guess the thought is, him being a barbarian might be better to kind of keep him caged up a little bit.
All right, so I want to just basically look around everywhere I can. I'm looking, like, is there anything up? Is that door? Is there a window on the door? Are there keys on a little? What's going on in this cell?
So the door in front of you, I mean, you do see that there is a slatted window that is shut there. There are no keys that you see on the inside walls. You do see the body of a, well, kind of a, not pulverized, but you do see a corpse there in that particular cell.
Okay. Is it like us just wearing clothes?
If you take a look at it, you do notice that there's kind of a loose leather jerkin and two small weapons attached to its hip. It appears that they threw this body in there just to kind of dispose of it, after it was interrogated a little too harshly, so they didn't see any threat from that one. But you notice that there is a mace and a great club adorned on either side of the corpse.
Will they fit through the bars?
Well, the hinges are a little ajar, so I mean, if you try them out and you realize that it was just kind of shut, not really locked.
Even better. So then
He wasn't going to go anywhere, so they didn't bother to lock it, huh?
That would be the perception.
all right. So before I grab this up, I do want to pat him down, check him for traps as if it were, but
Okay.
or, insects coming out of him or something stupid like that. Not dying to freaking maggots.
Why would I ever do that? Kind of hate that I didn't think about that. Go ahead, check. All right, so you reach down, you check for a pulse, of which there is no pulse. There, obviously dried blood and kind of congealed. It looks like this body has been there for a little while. Obviously, it's there is an odor to it, but there are no traps. There are no pustules or sacks of maggots waiting to burst open and engulf you.
Okay, so anything else on his body other than the weapons?
No, just
any of use.
No, I mean, it's maybe a few copper coins that are kind of in a little loose leather pouch. But like I said, there's a it's just small, loosely. It's I want to call it leather, but it's not armor. I mean, it's just kind of like
So a soft leather shirt.
Something, yeah.
Not a boiled, the hard leather.
No. Mm-mm.
You said it was a mace and a great club?
Yes.
Okay, well, I will grab the mace and the club, and I guess that pouch, who knows, might come in handy.
We buy our way out of here with some old copper.
And
Thongrim has been known to do great and wonderful things with copper.
That is true.
all right, and then I guess, and so there's nothing else in these hallways or other cells that I can get to.
No.
That looks of any use.
No. I mean, there you could try to scrape up some of the congealing blood along the floor.
Do you see anyone through those doors?
The bar is closed. You mean this top door?
Yeah.
Like I said, the window, the slatted thing, it was shut.
Oh, okay. Can you hear anything out there?
Yeah, might as well put my ear up against it.
Okay. So you hear a muffled sound of somebody like whistling to themselves, but it's not close, or at least it's definitely muffled.
All right, well, I will relay that information that there's somebody at least a little bit within earshot, and that we should not be too loud if we can help. And after making my pass through, looking through all the cells, I guess I'll try to pick Eldon's lock. I don't know what good it's going to do. Not good at all.
Not good. Seems like you have broken that tail in half. It looked like,
Like to point out that both thieves' tools out of one. All right, well, I'm out of ideas, guys. I'm not sure how to get us out of here. Short of Thongrim doing his little... breaking himself out of his first room and being stuck in the second.
Can you get out of the main room? Like...
Is that top door open, you mean?
It's not. Is it locked?
I didn't try. I didn't want to risk being caught.
Right.
You guys want me to go try?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you have to scout and see what you can find out and come back, I mean, you are sneaky.
I am sneaky, but I'm also wielding a weapon that I can't really backstab people with.
Right. But we also, if we make a bunch of noise and draw attention, we don't want people coming in. Can't defend ourselves. We would just get locked back up and possibly...
Will the Great Club fit through those bars?
Yes.
Okay, then I will cast Mage Hand and I will float the Great Club over to him.
Who him?
To Thongrim.
All right.
And then... I guess I'll go back up into the... What kind of handles did it have? Is there even a handle on this side of the door?
There's not a handle on that side.
Can I reach the window slatted thingy and like push it open with my fingertips?
You can try. Roll me a... Yes, you can. You can reach it. Roll me a... What's it? God, it's acrobatics. No, sleight of... What would it be? Sleight of hand? Acrobatics.
Probably, since acrobatics is more about jumping.
Yeah, let's do sleight of hand.
Oh, terrible.
Now, you're able to kind of get your fingernails in there a little bit, and you're able to pry open a small little slit. And you can see through that slit. And this window thing is, I mean, how tall is Corin? What, 5.5 feet?
Let's see, I think I might have put that down.
I mean, you're not a short person.
5'8".
Yeah, okay, all right. So this window is at, it's at head. I mean, you can, regular human height. So you can look through it. I mean, so you can peer through this whole thing, and you can see that there is, hang on. I mean, you see that there's a little bit of a door, about 10 feet down the corridor, another one about 20 feet down. I mean, it is dim, but you can see that there's a straight corridor ahead for that little slit. I mean, that's...
Do I hear any better about that muffled sound now that there's...
I mean, you still hear that whistling sound. You can hear that it's still muffled.
Do I have like a better judge at how far away it is?
It seems like it's probably like, 20, 25, 20 feet away. It's not far, but it's not super close. I mean, it's kind of like somebody's whiling away the time.
Okay, so I guess I'll mage hand out the slit and try to jiggle the handle on this thing a little bit. Can I see if it's locked or not?
Sure.
Assuming there's a handle on the other side.
I mean, trying to imagine me looking down. I mean, yeah, you would see that there are some handles like right there in the center of it.
Yeah, I just want the mage hand to go over there and slowly try to, open it.
All right. So, would there be a check with that? I mean, mage hand is...
It can manipulate things.
Okay, so sleight of hand on that guy.
Okay. Come on, good roll. That's better. I'm all over the extremes now.
So, as it's trying to manipulate the door, as it's trying to slowly pull it open, the door just kind of gives. And just kind of slowly opens, and a small whining creak happens. And that creak, you hear the whistling stop.
All right, well, I may, gently close the door again. And back to my cage, which of course doesn't line up with the tile.
Okay.
And I got the mace just, In fact, I'm going to use the mace is behind, like I'm sitting on it, it's behind my back.
What's that? And he opens, this guard walks in.
He's huge.
Walks in. No huger than the rest of you. What's that noise? What's going on in here?
You tell us.
Oh, I see you're finally awake. What about you, wee little man?
Was just wondering where we are. Who are you? What's going on?
Don't you be worrying about that. Obviously, you're somewhere safe. Now, y'all keep it down. I've been told to keep y'all here.
Kind of hungry. Got any food?
You would be asking about that.
What does that smell?
Smell? You mean your boy rotting there in the corner?
Our boy? Is that Raz?
I don't know. I assumed
Is he one of the ones with us?
All I know is that y'all were all here.
Where are our friends?
You's the only 3 new ones I've seen come this way. But I shouldn't have said that. Y'all keep it down. Now that you're awake, I suppose I should get you some grub.
That'd be nice.
What was that?
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Hey, are you? One of your dumb guards left this club here.
What the hell?
You run a shoddy operation.
Yeah, I'll show you. Give you just you as he runs off and flips through the door. And looks like he has forgotten something.
It's a bold move.
All right. And he starts fumbling with the gate. I'll show you who runs a shoddy shop.
So, as soon as he does that, I'm going to slowly start opening my gate back up.
All right. Sleight of hand on that. All right. He doesn't notice it. Now, I'll tell you right now who you... Wait. What are you doing?
Well, so hold on.
Wait. Yeah, let's go back here.
So I would have thought I was kind of trying to put it against the far wall.
Over
so
here?
That he would have had, yeah, so like he would have to pick it up and give me like ever so brief an opportunity where he might not see me shoulder charge this door.
I got you. All right. I assumed that it was on that wall. That makes more sense. Okay.
I have basically one shot at this.
Since I kind of know what he's doing since he put his club out there. I'm here and I'm mage handing that door closed.
Can I see him?
Yes, you can see him.
Where he's at right now?
I would think so.
Hold on. Okay.
Let's roll a...
Because are all these just open cells in the middle with no brick walls?
Yeah, that's what the... Okay. So, yeah.
I think... Okay, hang on.
Can you even cast that?
It's a verbal. That's all. It doesn't take anything but verbal.
Okay, so you can do that. I would say that this wall here, I'd say, yeah, you can see that, but Eldon can see down this, he can see down this way. He can see him. That's clear. He can kind of see a little into your cell. All right, so
I've closed the door.
All right.
That door right there.
You've closed that door. That door is closed. This guy's reaching down to pick up the mace, which I would have done, knowing it was on that wall. So he's reaching down, picking that up. And Eldon, what did you do?
Cast blindness on him.
Cast blindness. Okay. So it's a Constitution save. Constitution. Oh, well, that's not good. All right. So, he manages to just whiff that one. He got a 13 flat. So, what's going on? What? I can't see. Bloody hell. As he stands up and starts waving and grabbing onto the walls. What have you done? Help!
Grapple boy.
Hey, you had advantage on that to get through the gate.
I guess as soon as he said, I can't see, it would have been go time.
All right.
And I'm just gonna charge the thing with as much as I can, put a shoulder into it, and see where this takes me.
So as you do that, I mean, you put your shoulder, you kind of have your hands out because but you put your weight behind it, you get into it, and as soon as you make contact with it, the hinges break free, and this door crashes right into the back of the guy and knocks him prone onto the ground with this and you on top of him.
Quiet him if you can.
So there's just go ahead.
Does he get knocked?
I run up through here and I toss Thongrim the mace.
All right, so this guy was knocked on the floor. Knocked on the floor there's damage from the gate on that. You mean you've hurt him. a little bit, and you are on top of him right now. So we will go into we'll go into initiative.
So he's face down,
Yes.
and I'm basically on his back with a gate between us.
Yes.
So I'm just say, I guess that's sort of a sneak attack round. So I'll ask this question, and I'm thinking from more of a actual reality thing and less of a D&D thing. So if this won't work, you let me know. But I would think I would kind of reach between the bars and kind of sleeper hold him, kind of choke him out so he can't really yell, and just try. I'm not trying to fight him. I'm just trying to get him out.
Yeah. I'd say that's kind of a grapple attack with the idea of giving him an incapacitated thing status.
I say I don't know if that's. I mean, it's kind of like a lot of things in 5e or Dungeons and Dragons. What I think happens and what would actually happen, But
we were talking about that before you logged on. As a matter of fact, all the way that rules are loosely written and everything.
That's sort of the MMA thing, right? Like, I don't really want to fight him. I just want to make him go to sleep.
Yes. Honestly, I don't know how that would be ruled, but I like where you're going with it, and I think I would say we'll start that with a grapple, kind of around the neck and through that. So roll me you need to roll initiative. Nice.
But that makes, I guess, sense, right? Like, I'm going to use all my initiative for the sneak attack.
Yes.
And then I'm going to have expended so much stuff after this first attack that I'll be last.
Yeah, so...
You say last, but we're all actually happening simultaneously. Because D&D is impossible to visualize in your head.
Yeah. All right. So...
Unless you create a 5 foot by 5 foot square in your backyard.
I'm still thinking about that. All right, so I'm going to say that I like the idea that this is a surprise round because he is certainly surprised. He is blind. He is on the floor. He is prone. He has a gate and a barbarian on top of him that's wearing nothing, but I'm imagining like a loincloth. So that his Jim Dangle is sitting there. Yes. So that said, y'all have this, and so Eldon, you are up first on this surprise round. What you gonna do there, buddy?
I'm gonna make it quiet down here.
All right. Where is this 20-foot radius sphere going?
The 20-foot radius?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be like focused around this back corner where Thongrim and everyone is. So whatever 20 feet of
Just throw it in the middle and get that door too.
Well, 20. Wait, is it 20 feet?
Radius.
Radius.
Entire room.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. If that's the case, yeah. Right about, I guess, the one right here. Oh, whoops! Right here. Would be a good general spot for it. Here, let me see. I think you gave me something I could do that with. Is it a square or is it an actual circle, 20 foot?
It's a circle. It's a sphere.
There we go.
Much better than what I was trying to do. All right, so silence.
Oh, so actually, let's. No, that makes sense right where it is. So that's where I'll do it.
Okay.
Because that basically muffles the whole area of any sound, right?
Yes.
Right, so no one can cast any verbal spells or hear anything.
Which we're not really concerned with at this point.
Not the spells I've got now.
But well, I mean that'll probably be the last thing I can cast, but because I don't have much else because I haven't had a long rest. But those are the things I can think of to help. So aside from that, I guess I'll shake my door to see if it pops open. That's it.
Okay, so honestly, that would have also have been your action, but for a bonus action, I'll let you try it. So roll me.
I was kidding mostly. It's a move. I was like, I'll try and walk into the gate because it's a move, right? Oh,
yeah, hey, there you go.
It's free object interaction.
Yeah, free object interaction.
Your free object interaction opening a door.
Yep. Yeah, try to open the door real quick.
There you go. Open the door.
It's locked.
Okay.
All right, Corin, you're up.
All right. Well, I'll just charge up to here, and I guess since I didn't get a chance to throw the thong of the mace, I will just swing with the mace.
You get advantage.
I do. I don't have a mace on. Let me get a mace real fast.
A mace is 1d6 bludgeoning.
Oh, am I even proficient with a mace?
It's a simple weapon, simple melee.
Okay, so I'm going to...
And the great club is also a simple melee.
I'm deaf. I'll just use the mace like I said. I'm going to just pretend this dagger is the mace. Except that still doesn't matter. I missed.
No, you have advantage because he's prone.
Okay, so it would have actually been... Because I don't get my dex bonus because it's not a versatile weapon.
Right.
So it'd be a 16.
Okay, so that is a hit.
Five damage.
All right.
And then... That's it. I'm done.
Surprise round, and Thongrim, you are up.
Alright, so let's try to... I guess this is a grapple. And then how do you want to do that? Something strength versus constitution or something? Best of 3? If he loses, he goes sleepy time?
I like it. Let's roll with it.
So this will be the grapple. I don't know what the DC is on it.
It's a strength. I think it's.
He gets to roll. He gets to roll to oppose.
Yeah, but I'm going to say he's got disadvantage on it. So. Oh! I almost hate to do this, but. Oh!
Success! It's not pretty.
Not pretty, but
I get to lock it in barely.
All right. So he has been grappled, and now we're doing strength versus. We're going to do a short little skill thing. Is that what we're doing?
I mean, I was trying to think. I'm trying to choke him out. He's trying not to be choked out.
I think Constitution would do that. So best of 3, right?
Yeah.
All happening in one round.
I'm going with it. This is
just making sure.
Yeah, it's we'll call
Theater
it
of the mind.
The hell? What kind? It's just a Constitution save? Is that what it be?
I would think so.
Or just a con roll? Doesn't matter. They're both the same. Is there a skill? So there's not. Whatever. We're just going to go with the Constitution roll. Oh,
that was close.
Nice. All right. Oh!
What the?
Wow.
Natural ones and 20s this time.
I know. All right, here goes.
He's doing the Hulkamania. He's starting to shake the cage and. Look here, you Hulkamaniacs! All right, here we go.
Come on, brother.
Although technically a 27 beats a 20, but I guess we won't go into that.
Why do you have advantage?
I thought I did.
I gave you advantage on the grapple.
Oh, just on the grapple. Okay, sorry.
And you gotta be raging anyways.
All right, here we go.
Here we go. Oh, strong. Let's see what this is. Oh!
Shh, go to sleep. Shh.
As his head kind of tumps
That
down
was
onto
some,
the...
like, insane rolls all of a sudden.
All right, so this guy's gone night-night. Which will drop us out of initiative.
So as this is happening, I'm looking down the hallway. Is this door open here?
No, he closed it.
This one?
I closed it.
Yeah, that's...
Before you silence it.
Yeah.
Is that what you closed with your mage hand?
Yeah, I was trying to muffle the sound.
Yeah, I couldn't tell which one you closed.
I was paying attention.
I guess looking real... Oh, I heard him say he closed the door. I thought he might have been talking about his cell door. I'll ask this one question. What kind of armor is this guy wearing? And is that compatible with anything Corin or Eldon?
Well, at this point, we can't really talk to each other except through Corin's gift.
Oh, right.
So.
Yeah, so that guy wasn't yelling. It was a whole lot of pantomiming and silence.
Message has a verbal component. I can't cast it.
Oh
yeah, I'm just looking.
Verbal to do
Message? Yeah.
I'm just looking at this guy underneath me as I kind of stand up and see what he's wearing armor-wise or gear-wise or...
Right, so you're looking at him, and now that I'm knowing that this is all happening in the dead silence, this entire shenanigans is even funnier to me about what's happening.
Scary from that guard's perspective.
He's blind. He can't hear a thing. He just fell and he just got put to sleep. It's like, all right.
So you're looking around and you're looking at the guy and you're like, okay, you notice that he has leather armor, he's got a shield, a short bow, a long sword, and a whip.
So,
I guess because I'm here, I'll just reach out and grab that short bow.
in theory, could Corin disguise himself as this person?
I could.
And still, do you have that armor proficiency? I'm not asking that question. I'm just.
What was it?
Leather armor.
Yeah, leather armor. That's what I know. Yeah, it's weaker than what I normally wear. I can't cast the sky itself because it's got a purple component.
I'm assuming now there's a lot of pantomiming going on.
No, well, I was just asking that. So I'm gonna lift this grate off him and pantomime kind of that way, and then I'm gonna work on kind of carrying him towards this back left cell, bottom left cell, since that's farthest away from the door.
Okay.
Or I guess a cell. I don't know where any of these cells are past the 4 or 5 I can see. But I'm going to carry him to a cell that's not in the line of, I don't know, it could be even the next one. It doesn't even matter.
That might the best one would be this bottom one then.
Yeah, either one of them. Because I saw that he had the keys. So use the keys, find a cell that's not in eyesight of this one.
Oh, no. I'm going to pantomime. Let's drag him to the dead body and put him under the dead body.
Well, but he could come to at some point. So it's like I don't want him to. I don't know. I'm just gonna kind of maybe this cell that's right next to me to the right. put him in there, bind him up with if I can. I mean, I've got his leather armor and a short sword. I can cut strands of leather if I need to bind his arms and mouth, and try to do that as fast before he comes to, and lock him back up. And then I guess use my stone stuff just to make sure that the gate looks secure from the inside. I'm putting him in a cell that will hold him long enough for us to sneak out or something using his keys.
Okay, so for what it's worth, you've got plenty of time before he wakes up.
But you never know if someone's making rounds or
that is also true.
Whatever. So still we're still moving with haste, but bind him up, take all his stuff. I guess I'll just kind of hand it all to Cor, and he can do what he wants with it.
So silence lasts.
And then we need to let
10 minutes.
We need to let Eldon out too.
So
Not like you have any more spells to concentrate on.
yeah.
So I'll toss. Put him in there. Toss the keys to Corin and with all the gear as we basically strip this dude down to his skivvies. I don't know if there's anything else he's carrying, but other than that, we're just trying to keep him secure and gag him so that he can't start screaming for help when he wakes up, and then go. We need to let Eldon know.
Okay.
With lots of pantomime.
Alrighty, so assuming this is all taking place, the leather armor is AC 16.
Really? AC is only 15.
You know what? He's got a shield too. That's
It's like, damn, I want this leather armor. It's better than mine.
I forgot that it had there. Okay, so you've got the
leather armor's only AC 11.
Yeah, it's not that hot. Yeah.
Because my AC is 15 with a +3 from studded.
So why is this a 15?
Because he probably has a dex bonus or something.
Oh, okay.
My AC is 14 right now.
That makes more sense. I was like, damn, that's pretty strong.
That's awesome leather armor. I'm keeping that.
Yeah. All right, so no, it's whatever standard is on that.
Yeah, standard leather is 11. Studded leather is 12. Hide is 12. And then scale would be 14.
All right, so he's bound up. He's there. You've got whatever you've got going on right now. You can't cast disguise self until this spell wears off, which is 10 minutes.
Back in the corner and do it, but
yeah. Although, I mean, right now you were still locked behind a cage.
Yeah, I'm not doing anything until someone comes over, and I'm waiting on it until someone comes over and lets me out and says, thumbs up, we're okay.
I'm let him out, and then thumbs up, we're okay.
So, but yeah, if we got all that done in 10 minutes, that that would be the expiration of the spell anyway. So,
all right. So, can I assume? I mean, you've tried to pick the lock and that didn't work. I'm assuming Thongrim is going to do something with it.
We have keys now, don't we?
Oh yeah, you have the keys. Yeah,
yeah,
sure.
we have
keys. Yeah, there we go. Whatever.
A shield and leather armor and a short sword
and a whip.
And some dudes and whip and some pants and some shirts and everything except underwear.
Yes. All right.
I'll take the short sword and short bow. I don't know what Eldon wants to.
I'd want the shield. I mean, at least having a shield for me. So.
There's not any of these weapons useful. You're just going to sacred flame them all. Do you need a weapon?
Whip and a shield, just because I'm not proficient. Well, no, that's not a simple weapon, is it?
Whip? I don't think so.
The club and the shield, actually.
The mace.
The mace, yeah.
You can take the mace, because I don't...
Yeah, that's probably best for me, is the mace and the shield to start.
The whip is a martial melee.
Yeah, I don't have martial.
With finesse, reach, it can reach out 15 feet.
So it used to be an exotic weapon, because who the fuck learns how to fight with a whip?
Indiana Jones.
Now I have ones like, I'm going to be a dual-wielding swordlock with whips.
Hey, when Ash and I started doing Adventurers League, I absolutely went for the whips because I thought it was funny. So, not necessarily effective, but I went for flipper.
Pretty effective.
Oh, wow.
If you have a sentinel with a whip.
All right, so what y'all doing?
So, I put the armor on, all that fun stuff. And then I'm going to go back to the door. And again, I'm just going to, while they're doing whatever they're doing, and I guess it's still silent in here, I'm going to look out. Keep an eye on.
Has expired by this point, so. But we can continue to be quiet.
I'll just, using message is just the quietest way. I have the whisper long distance. I'll just let y'all come over here when y'all are ready.
Okay.
So peering down the hall, you see that it kind of goes a little further down. Looks like it makes a little bit of a jog there, and you've got the two doors on the left-hand side of the corridor.
Is that here?
Here.
Oh, I see. Okay.
And yeah, there.
Is that door open because the guard had gone in and out of there? Not that we would have seen it, but...
It's probably open.
Okay.
Okay, so I guess the only question is do I disguise myself now because it lasts for an hour, or do I hold off?
I think we need to see what other gear we can get a hold of. And, I mean...
Because I can look like anybody wearing anything.
That's true. If you started to look like him, we could do the, we're the prisoners, but you're taking us somewhere while I'm holding a mason shield.
Oh, never mind. We don't have our stuff. Damn it. I have things for this, but no.
Yeah. Well, that's what I want. We should look in those rooms, see if like any of our gear is down here with us.
Well, Corin would have seen him duck back into this room over here, right?
No, because
I was still in my cell when he did that.
Yeah, but wasn't your cell... Which one?
Bottom corner.
Oh, bottom corner.
He's behind in the...
You might have. I don't know if Eldon could see me.
Yeah, but
you might have been able to see that.
But Corin's human.
I mean, you're looking at... This is all dim light to me.
You might have seen shapes. I don't know. All right. Sneaky sneaks. I'll follow you. I'm just going to put a hand kind of on your back, and when you dip, I dip, we dip.
Indeed.
Right, well, actually, you two stay here. Move up to the door, but don't go out. Well, yeah, never mind. Just follow me. And I will move up to that first door and try to listen to.
Well, that's the door that he just said was open because...
Open.
Yes,
okay, I missed the open part. Okay, then I'm going to creep up to it along the wall and peek in.
And I'm going to show you something here in just a second. So, you peer in to what appears to be like a small, like, kitchen type preparation thing. Preparation area.
And there is no one in there?
And no one is in there.
Well, then I will creep up to what looks like a door up here. Is that a door above
Yes,
where I was?
it is.
My health bar was covering it up.
Yes, as it is wont to do.
I'm going to listen to this door while I kind of motion for them to just glance about this room.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take a look around if there's anything quietly.
Okay, so you don't hear anything through there.
Is there a handle on it?
Yeah.
Window?
No, it's just it's a door.
Then I will push it open as slowly as I can, just a crack.
Okay, well, it's going to open towards you.
Pull it open just a crack.
And you see what appears to be a larder.
We don't want food, we want gear.
And there's
Do we want food? We could be hungry.
There's large quantities of food in here.
Is there any booze or wine or liquor?
Well, looking in there, I mean, I do see some barrels. There's some... let me zoom in real far here. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that there could be some ale in some of these caskets here. Looks like there's some wheat and wheat byproducts that have been spilled on the floor there. Some glass bottles and... here's a mug, so obviously there's probably some mead in there.
No, is there any kind of like bottle of beer that I could actually take with me?
Sure. Yes.
Then I grab one or two of those.
Yes, there's a sour ale that you see kind of scrawled on one of the labels, and on one of the other ones is this white label that's God, what is that thing from Lost? It's just that big white black text letters that just says beer. I can't remember the name of the group. I'll call them Pandora. I know that's not it, but beer.
Generic brand beer.
Yes.
Brand beer.
Beer. Thongrim, I saw you type in, then not typing.
No, I'm good. Hey, can I look in this well?
You can.
Do I see... I mean, I guess, do I know... I'll use my stone magic again. Do I know, if it's a well that just goes straight down, or if it's a well that might connect to a river, or, something? Can I listen or look at anything to realize if that might be a viable...
It seems like it'd be more, not a cistern, but just like down to some groundwater. You don't hear any rush. You don't hear any rushing water.
Pretty sure your stone cutting, by the rule, says you would know who made this well.
His name was Bob.
Only seems to apply to history checks. It's way nerfed since older versions.
But you do see, there is a rope going down there attached to a bucket.
Well, if I'm thirsty or hungry as a result of my incarceration, I will sate that to the degree that I need to. But other than that, I'm all about keeping the train moving.
I want to send the dancing light down to the bottom of the well.
Okay.
To see if it kind of just ends abruptly, or if it looks like it might be a way out.
It ultimately ends when it splashes into water. I mean, it's just kind of there.
Is it even big enough for anybody to fit down?
Well, I mean, that's a corner of a 5-foot square. So, what is that? 2 feet in diameter? So, Eldon, maybe?
I would fit. Eldon would fit. I don't know if Thongren would fit. All right. Anyways, let's just move on.
So yeah, it looks like in the larger area, obviously there's food, there's some drinks there. You could probably use some of the broken pieces to fashion a club out of, if you so chose.
I think we're all equipped now, so I'm going to come back here. I'm going to lock this door as to not draw attention.
Okay. So in this poorly planned thing, there's just a couple of handles there. There's no like real lock. So, or you're gonna shove like wood or take some rope and tie it shut.
I thought that might have been. That's right. It wasn't locked. Never mind. It wasn't locked. I'm thinking the wrong thing. All right. So never mind. So back out the door.
Choo choo.
I'm gonna start, I guess, up to the first hall or the intersection.
Okay.
Wherever that would be. I actually don't want to jump out in front of plain view. So.
Right. Okay. So, that and okay. So, looking down, there is a gate or kind of a thin door. Let me make sure that I get that in there. All right. So right here, there is a door. It's a wooden door that has metal bands bracing there, and there is a door here.
Okay. What about this?
I realize it's just a corner.
Is that a door?
Yes.
Okay. Get to there. Make sure it's not open. And then first door.
Okay. So yes, there is a door here and a door here.
All right, so I'm gonna listen on the north door.
Okay.
After I mime to Eldon that, hey, how about some guidance on this thing?
Oh yeah, I think we can do those.
So 24.
Okay, so on that, you do hear you hear footsteps as if they are right on the other side of the door.
Is there no window or anything on this door?
No, it's just a steel-banded door.
All right. Well, I, pantomime somebody walking with my fingers on the as best I can to them. And then I come over to this other door and listen.
Are you wearing the guard outfit?
I'm wearing his armor, but I'm not disguised as him yet.
Okay. Well, but I mean, you look like a guard if they didn't know that you weren't a guard.
Assuming he wasn't wearing anything other than leather armor. Grab anything else he was wearing. So listen through this left door.
Yep.
No guidance because that costs sound.
You also hear steps as if somebody is making some rounds.
Kind of look at the other two guys, and I sort of wave them back down, and we end up back here. Okay, so guys, there's there's people on both those doors, nearby at least. Eldon, do you have any spells left?
I have bless and healing word. Oh, wait a minute. I do have
A first level spell.
those. I have first. I do have the ability. I do have a third level slot available, so I could cast something like Spirit Guardians if we got into a fight. Although
all I have is one slot to cast Disguise Self.
right.
Assuming that's the spell. I mean, I also have a grease spell, but I ain't gonna do much good.
Oh, magic.
Are any of the
I don't think you want me to
meads
do that, though.
flammable?
You know, I had not considered it, but I like where you're going with it. Well, it depends on how
anything else in here flammable, I should say.
Well, there's
the obvious stuff, but anything that would be an accelerant, I guess. We're in a kitchen, so
flour burns very well.
Do you suppose they could make enough noise that those guys would run through the doors and run all the way back into the cells to find their friend there, and then we could close the door behind them and then slip out the other way?
I mean, this door?
If we can get the people you heard up here to think that they need to run down to find this guy, or is it?
This door doesn't lock, though.
This one does.
You have to get them all the way down, both of them through or however many there are, through that gate.
Right, but when they find their, well, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, we don't know how many of them there are.
Right. If there's one or two, we can probably do that. If there's four,
yeah.
I mean, I can. Let me see what I can do here. I could use my cast an illusion down here that looks like us. And then that would lure them down. I just don't know how that's. The other problem is, what if they have keys?
Right.
that is certainly a plan.
So the other thing is, I go in there disguised as what's his name?
Did you see Thongram's plan?
No, I don't. I usually don't notice chat. You should speak things.
I was trying to, but I was letting you guys work it out.
Yes.
Yeah, that's I think the same plan. I mean, if we can create enough commotion down past us that when they go by us, we can slip out this door.
A problem with fire is, let's say there's two of them. Are they both going to try to put the fire out, or is one going to run for help?
Yeah. And we also, since we don't know this, we don't know, like, we may know there are people through those doors, but we don't know where the exit is past those doors. So we would still run the risk of running into people. So causing a distraction now might be a little early on that, right?
Unless we think we can take the people behind one of those doors.
All right. Now, what if Eldon were to lie down inside the cell rooms down there, I was to hide right there behind the corner in the hallway. You look like the other guy. Go up and signal for help and say one of the guards, one of the inmates has escaped and attacked you. When the other guy comes to help you, I'll jump him.
That works as long as there's only one or two of them. What we need information.
Yeah, we're short on information at the moment. I think we
have to jump them though.
Or we can go wake up, what's his name down there, and beat him until he tells us information.
These are all good plans. Which one do you pick?
They're all plans.
Yeah, none of them are good. I really want to lure somebody out. I want to know how many there are. That's what. So I'm wondering if I go out there and, like Bong was saying, say, hey, need help. I could, if I go out there, if I go out there and look, I can at least know if there's one or two, I can lure them down. If there's 3 or 4, maybe I can lure 1 or 2 of them down.
You have to find a way to sneak past them.
Well, I mean, if I sneak past them, what's...
Do we want to risk peeking through those doors to see what our landscape is behind those?
No, it sounded pretty close. So I think...
Or actually, if you disguise yourself as the guy there, you could probably just freely walk through those doors and just kind of go, oh, oops, I want to go over here, and kind of scope it out.
Until they try to talk to me.
Right.
So here's, I mean, I kind of want to do an amalgamation of these plans. If we burn something just enough to create some smoke, and I go out there and be like, hey, I need your help putting this fire out.
Well, it is a kitchen down there. If we start a fire in the kitchen, we could
but we need a little bit of black smoke. Yeah, we need to burn something like one of these barrels or something, just something that puts out some smoke.
Right.
But not so much that they all freak out. Just like, hey, Tom, come help me.
Right.
And push that long table into the fire pit.
And is there any flour in here?
I would say it's safe to assume that one of the barrels does have flour in it.
Because that's my other plan is we kick up a bunch of flour in this room. Just get it everywhere. Lure one in, close the door behind them, and throw in a spark of somehow if we have a way of creating fire.
There's a flame already in that middle there.
Isn't that a fire?
I'm assuming. It looks like a rotisserie.
Yeah, there's a spit there, so
there's already a fire in there. So if you create a big plume of flour dust, it'll probably blow up.
Yeah, the only problem with that is it's going to be loud.
We won't mind loud once they're already in there.
No, everyone else will. So I think we create just enough fire to get some smoke going to make it look like this room's got a small. I disguise myself as the guard, slosh some of the beer on me like I'm drunk. Like, dude, I spilt something and it's burning. Get 1 or 2 to come help me, and we take them out as quickly as we can.
I like it. I think that's our best. That's a good shot. Our best shot with our given gear.
Okay. Well, you guys start doing. I'm trying to think the best place to ambush them at here.
Well, we want this door to be open so that the smoke goes out there. But if there's a fire pit in there, wait a minute. If there's a fire pit in there, that means there's a Where's the smoke?
Chimney.
I would assume it's above it, kind of like an open air pit there.
So okay. There's no windows down here in these rooms, but is it? If there's a kitchen with the fire, how far up is the chimney from us?
That's a good question. I don't know. I did not think that far.
If there's a chimney, it means it should go all the way to an exit, not to a floor above or anything like that. So
we're probably not too far underground.
So yeah, we're probably not. If they're burning that stuff, if they have an open fire down here, then we must be close to the surface or above.
Yes, but you don't know how big the opening at the top would be.
Well, like as far as getting out of the building, we're not like going up. We're not going from a 3 stories below ground dungeon to. There's a dungeon with a kitchen right out front of it, so they.
Kitchenette, so they can feed the prisoners.
Yeah. Right. Anyway,
Right, I'm going to crouch in position.
Well, no, we don't want to be in the hallway at all. I think we want to be in this room. We want them to try to run down path through this door so that we're here. So that we're at least have fewer people between us and where we suppose the exit is, right?
Right.
So we should all be hiding in here. This door should be cracked but not open, and we want the smoke to come out here.
All right.
Sound good?
It's probably the best we're going to get.
All righty. So, lay it in action. What's step 1?
Throw a barrel into the fire pit.
Okay.
While they're doing that, I'm going to go up, I guess, here, take those 2 bottles of beer I had and just kind of pour them all over me.
Okay.
And then cast Disguise Self to look like prisoner dude down there.
Alrighty.
Then move up to these doors and wait till I see smoke. I guess you guys need to be hiding in this. I don't know where you should be hiding at.
Well, we'll throw like a bunch of this on to the fire, and then we're going to come up into this room so that we can, be behind these doors and prep to.
Be careful they don't try to come through that door, though.
Right. Which way does this door hinge and open? And
it opens counterclockwise.
So into the room?
Yes, into the room. No, that doesn't make sense. It would open clockwise because the other one opened out too. So so I'd say it opens clockwise here from 12 to.
Clockwise could be which hinge the clockwise from the bottom part?
Yes, so from 12 to 3. It's going to open from 12 to 3. Hinging on the bottom.
Just rotates in the middle.
Yes. Rotates in the middle, that's right.
Alright, so when I see smoke.
Okay, so you put a barrel out there, right?
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to say that smoke has kind of gotten all through here, right? And starts to kind of barrel out to about yonder.
Something like that. Sure.
Something like that? And is the
Okay,
door
so
to the larder?
Since I see that,
Is the door that Thongram's standing on behind? Is it closed?
Well, I think we want the. So this one opens out from the bottom hinge.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be just slightly open, just so we can hear what's going on. And then Thongram, I think we probably want the one he's standing next to also to be hinged open a little bit, so we can hear which way to go. Right.
good thing you both are short. Won't breathe the smoke in.
Yeah, we're gonna be ducking down low, regardless. Eating some bread or something. I don't know. Anyway, yeah.
Okay,
so
you.
All right. So now seeing that smoke, which I guess I can, seeing a slight darkening in the corridor that's 30 feet away.
You can smell the smoke, I'm sure.
Yes.
Then I'm going to stumble through this top door. Disappear.
Right. And disappear.
Disappear into the darkness. The darkness has you.
All right. So
what is that?
This guy is walking. He's walking back towards the end of the corridor, and he sees you stumble in and turns around. Hey, what gives? Why aren't you down there with the prisoners?
There's a fire. I accidentally knocked over something.
A fire? What the holy hell?
Just kind of wave back and start stumbling, one hand on the wall to support myself.
Damn it, man. I've told you to be more careful on that. Roll a persuasion, I guess. Yeah. Roll a persuasion check. Well,
off to a good start. I knew if I was going to cast friends on myself, and I completely forgot.
Wait a Are you
sure? It probably should have been deception, but it wouldn't have mattered.
Well, yeah, that's the same.
Proficient in both, so it would have been the same roll.
Yeah. What did you do? Why would you? What have you been drinking?
I hold up one of the bottles, like you do when you're drunk and you're trying to read something. I just gotta hold it out to him.
Beer.
You decided to drink that? We got that as a joke. What?
And I just sit down and start laughing.
I'll tell you what, Steve. Because I can't think of any other
I'm going to
names.
throw the bottle towards the smoke.
What? Don't you... Good... Oh, you moron. What? As he races down here to try to... Did you even try to... He did it again! He did it again! That's smoke! As he runs in here.
So I'm just going to stay here and keep laughing.
Oh, shit.
Oh my God. Oh. Oh, and all of the smoke moves.
It blows out the room.
It's the fog from Lost.
All right, so, damn it. I moved the wrong thing to the map layer.
Oh, no. We got a long way to get out of here.
All right.
I will just scroll to the right.
I just zoomed out the map. I'm like, crap.
Hey, trust me, there's not the longest. The longest hallway ever is in the other dungeon. All right, so this guy wraps a towel around, something around his mouth and kind of dives in to see what he can do. And he sees that the barrel is smoking. And at the same time, the gate, the door to the north of Corin opens up. What's happening? Did I hear smoke?
At him and I just kind of point behind me and just keep laughing drunkily.
Jeez, man, don't you understand that there are prisoners here? The High Priestess is not going to like this. And he comes down too. You all right in there? Oh, God, he lit a barrel on fire. God, come help me with this water.
I'm going to stand up and just drunkenly stagger.
All right. Oh, so he's looking in there. Richard, he calls into the room, into the kitchen area. Richard, you okay? Yeah. I managed to pull the barrel out. So Thongram, I assume you would be watching in from the door.
At least listening. I imagine once the room filled up with smoke, I probably closed the door to keep it from coming into our room. I'm just waiting for the pre agreed upon signal to go low and go.
Did we agree on that? What's...
No, that's the hard part.
Yeah, Corin's got to come get us at this point. And let us know that they're out of the hallway, at least for a moment.
All right, so this guy's, standing right at the door, looking in. It's, the smoke is kind of billowing out. He's like, you need me to go get some help? So, if you're going to do something, this would be the time to do it.
Okay, well, since he's not going in, I will whisper a message to Thongram saying it's go time.
Ooh, make some noise. Can you mage hand some noise in the?
I can't see in there.
In here.
Can't see in there either.
And I can only reach there with mage hand. So.
Oh, okay.
Nope. Yeah, I will whisper it's go time and will use mage hand. No, I think. Can I close that door? Are we running? I thought we were going to take these guys.
Well, it looks like Thongram has taken the stealth approach.
I thought the point was while they were doing that, we were going to get the hell out of here because we don't have any weapons.
Yeah, we do. You have a great club. I have a short sword and a bow, and Eldon's got a club. Or mate.
Are we all doing stealth checks?
Well, Thongram did.
I've got my short bow out. I'm drawing B. Can I even see that guy?
You're probably not at this point.
Do we get stealth with advantage because the hall is smoky?
I would say yes.
Well, I was yelling, I'll go get help. You guys keep doing this.
Oh, God. What good are you? Jeez, we've done this 3 times this week.
All right, and then I guess I'll go up into here.
Okay, what are you other 2 guys doing?
Well,
I'm not being stealthy, obviously. They know I'm here.
Yeah, we jumped across the hall behind. I'm going to say we jumped across the hall behind here. Those are the stealth checks that we just took, right? So
yeah,
around this, and now that they're, that they think Steve is going to go get help, I'm going to continue up the hall after Steve because they probably aren't going to be paying attention. They're going to be paying attention to fire, thinking Steve's taking care of things, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. So when you're in that hallway, and I'm assuming Thongram is up there too.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I'm sneaking. You
All
just
right.
tell me when I need to reroll sneaks.
All right. So there's a door right here. And
should we close this door, I guess, once I go through it?
Yeah.
Do I need another sneaky close?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a...
Just close the damn thing. They know I'm here. There's no reason to...
They think he would have closed it. No.
Can't let the smoke spread.
All right, what do we see?
All right, so there is a door to the left and to the right of Eldon, and there is a door right here to the northwest of Corin. And then there is a hallway that jogs to the right here.
What way? Let's look up that hallway. We want to find. Looks like an exit, right, guys?
Must be know where our stuff's at. You can't cast locate object, can you?
Do I have it? I don't have it prepared, and without having a long rest, I couldn't have switched it. So, no.
Okay, so...
But my thing is, they would have just taken the gear we were wearing when we fell through and into the thing, right? They don't. So.
Our bag of holding?
I would imagine the bag of holdings in the storeroom under lock and key or something, right?
Well, I'm guessing it'd be the rest of our stuff. But what's down? What do I see coming down the
All right.
way?
So down that way, you see a doorway here, and the end of this wall, and then this dead ends. There's a short jog to the south, right around it.
Do we want to be listening at doors, or do we want to just be trying to get out as quick as possible? That's the main thing.
Well, what about our friends?
Well, they're probably busy trying to clean up after a fire and
No, our friends.
The ones that...
Siona and Raz. Maybe friends is a strong word.
Right. Well, we could be checking through rooms. So we would have to check each door and listen, see if anyone's behind them, and open the doors and look in.
Do any of these doors look even remotely like? I guess none of them look like that door. Although that one did. You might have went the wrong way.
I mean, some of them are, metal banded, a little reinforced. Other ones are just kind of like wooden doors. The one
Many of them have that little window.
This one would. This one, no. It kind of looks like as you're moving closer this direction that things are kind of tidying up a little bit more.
Now I'm going to wave Eldon and Thungrum on, and I'm going to slip back out through that door and look through this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll listen. If that being the case, the doors that on either side of me, I'll listen at one and the other as well.
Am I just drawing? I'm just
I
drawing.
see a red dot on the door.
I'm okay, because I thought I was revealing something. No, apparently I'm just drawing red arrows. Sorry about that. So peering through the slits in the door, you see what appears to be another holding cell area.
Okay, and then as I say, I'll listen at door on the left to start. If I don't hear anything, I'll crack it open to see if...
Okay, roll me a perception check.
let's see. Perception. I'm going to touch myself, so.
It's been a long time.
Yeah.
Okay. So listening in, you don't hear any noise, any sounds or anything coming out of there.
Okay, so I'll peek in.
Okay.
Well, I'm just gonna go into here.
Thongrim, you want to check the right?
Yeah.
Okay, were you thinking that's me? Oh, that's fine. Right or left?
Oh, I thought you were looking at the right. I'm sorry.
Well, that's fine. Either way, it doesn't matter. I mean, one is going to get checked. So if I'm doing one, then we're going to say Thongrim, you're going to do the other?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, Thongrim, are you listening or are you just opening doors?
I'll just open the doors.
All right. So,
but quietly.
So you end up taking into. It looks like it's kind of a rummage room. They just kind of a storage room. Things just kind of get thrown in there and tossed in that one. And the one to the top left hand, you have found the privy.
Well, while they're doing that, I want to come investigate that body. Anybody I know?
It is not anybody you know. It is somebody who just looks like they have received the same treatment that you guys did, and they're just kind of barely hanging on. But it's nobody that you recognize.
All right, well, I will unlock their cell and then go back this way.
Okay.
What do I see in here?
In this room here?
Yeah.
Okay. So you see a doorway on this wall and on this wall. You also see inside there, it looks like it's kind of a meeting room. There are some conference tables, tables that look like they would be conference tables, on which there seems to be some remains of paperwork, kind of crudely stacked. And on one of them, there seems to be a map, or a crudely drawn map.
Okay. I don't think I want to go in unless I recognize the stuff of ours that.
Okay.
So I'd move along.
I will mage hand and grab that map and keep moving on.
Okay, and then when we pass by the room Thongrim just looked into, does it look like anything we recognize, like gear-wise, in there?
No, it just looks like rummage, like just stuff.
Not going to look real hard, I don't think. I think I'm going to try and follow and keep up with Corin, see if we can get out of here before those guys finish handling the fire or figure out that we're not actually in ourselves.
Okay, so I'm assuming you're going to be looking down this hallway.
Yeah.
I got one question. This door here, does it open? Which way does it open?
It opens away from you.
Okay, never mind. If I say it opened inwards, I might try to stick a chair from this thing to block it, but...
Makes sense. Good try. Good.
Does it have a lock on it?
Yeah.
To lock it with the key and just to slow people down, but that might be way too obvious. I don't know.
Was that a door right there?
Wait, where? No.
It's the same decoration on the wall as a door.
Yeah. And
Yeah, that's okay.
All right, so I'm just going to open this door.
Which one?
One right above me.
Okay. So you've opened up what appears to be an altar room, a small, quaint altar room. Looks to be used for worship and devotion. You see some symbology to the Lord Bane. You see the claw above the altar on the northern wall.
All right, well, moving on then.
Should we be starting some other fires along the way?
It's not a bad idea, do we? But all I can light are candles.
Well, if there's papers on that table in there, then that a candle might be all that's needed.
Do you have a candle?
Oh. Well, wouldn't the paper be?
I don't know. The spell descriptions are weird.
Should we? So we recognize that this door, as we go around this corner, that this is the same meeting room.
Yes, if you peered through there, that is the same meeting room.
Do we want to check the back room of the meeting room?
No, I think we should keep going.
Okay. So how is this area lit up anyway?
I would assume that there are sconces up and down the wall.
Candles, torches, sconces.
Yeah.
But they're lit with fire.
Yeah.
Okay. Would they be liftable with mage hand?
Liftable with my hand. I'm sure those torches or candles weigh less than 10 pounds.
I would say you could do that.
I'll throw some in on one of those tables.
Sure, go for it. You do that. I'll come open up this door while you guys are pyroing it up behind us, making Quinn proud.
One time.
Set one person on fire.
Yeah, so grab a couple of sconces off the wall and toss them in onto the tables.
Okay. All right. Making note of that. Fire. Okay. So, first things first, you look into that room and you see that it is it looks like it's just kind of like a workbench area. You threw some sconces onto the paperwork, and the paperwork that was there starts to immediately catch on fire and start smoldering on the table there. The shellac on the table starts to kind of catch and cause this burning fire, which starts to smoke. Okay.
All right. Then moving forward.
Is this like an armory or something?
Yes, appears that it would be kind of like an armory with some more short swords and some daggers. Looks like there's a shield or two there. Might be a hand axe on the top left-hand corner.
Look like any of our gear is there?
Doesn't appear to be.
Not on gear you might want in there, Thongrim?
I mean, is there anything with a weapon better than the
great club?
A great club?
We have a great club. It is two-handed 1d8 bludgeoning.
There's a hand axe there that's a 1d6 slashing that can be thrown.
I'm all right with this one.
Yeah.
All right. Moving along, opening doors as we go. I'll open them just in case someone's in there.
All right.
First.
All right.
I'll let the fire train behind me torch it when I'm done.
Yeah. All right. So, some messy beds.
Oh, beds burn well.
All right, I keep going. I held them to burn them down.
Which door? What, the north door? All right. So you have found a meeting room. Looks like they've been playing poker there.
Oh, yay, burn it.
All right there, Trogdor.
What am I? Lawful neutral? Neutral good. My Newton is going to burn this place to the ground.
You're burning down an evil temple? You're cleansing the evil temple.
Yeah, well, I needed to throw sconces into the temple room, too.
You probably just touched the torch. You throw the whole sconce in there.
Yeah, I'm throwing the sconces in onto the bed. Oh,
Fire.
that looks like a fire demon. Nice.
Hang on. Murder hobos.
This is the freaking temple to the god of like murder or betrayal, whatever the hell.
There we go.
We're just doing him proud. All right.
Okay, so I'm assuming, have we set the poker table on fire?
Well, as soon as I don't.
Oh, burn it, set it on fire, get it kindling, and then close the door. And then I'll look through the door below me.
All right. Now we're getting to something interesting here. You look in, and there appears to be a bottomless pit.
Burn it.
Well,
is this hallway end right here?
Oh no, sorry.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. What? How are we at the end of the line?
I'm just going to close that door back and move on to the next one.
Okay, I was going to say you saw a door down to the far side.
Yeah, but I'm not going to get near a bottomless pit right now.
All right.
I'm not interested. I'm afraid of heights, right?
So, south door.
A hole in the ground doesn't burn.
South door. Looks like another place.
I feel like you're discovering this as we are. Is that coal?
Is that the furnace?
Looks like.
Oh, we gotta turn that off. It's gonna be warm enough with all those rooms burning.
Yeah, what is that?
Looks like a furnace.
Yeah, I'd say it looks like it's a furnace. So,
and it's got pipes and everything.
Yeah. So, all right.
Is that? I'm gonna just grab some of those coal and put it in my sack with the copper coins.
Okay. You have some coal.
All right, then open the door above me.
All right. And look, another larder with some barrels of ale and stuff.
Let's not burn that one down so we don't die.
Just go ahead and put fire in those two rooms as well.
Which two? Oh, all right.
I guess he means both.
If he says it, I'm going to do it.
Actually, hold on. I want to do this. I want to come here. I want to mage hand a piece of coal, come over here, hold it in the fire until it catches on fire, and then drop it down the pit.
You watch as the burning coal falls and falls. You hear no discernible end to this fall.
Gandalf's down there fighting
Well,
Balrog.
Pretty soon. Yeah, I'm wondering if the Balrog's going to show up anytime soon.
All right. So you don't want to burn that room, okay? I'm going past it.
You burn the coal room. I'm good with that, but I think burning.
We got a door to the south here, but
all right, burn the coal room. Okay.
So does someone go up there and break open one of those barrels so it leaks?
I think Thongrim will go in and take a drink out.
I don't care. Just want to. It'll burn later. It's fire sale. Everything's got to go. Open this door.
Did we get the door to the south right here?
Oh yeah, I didn't see it. That door.
Are we hearing any noise behind us?
I'm sorry. That was whatever that's supposed to be.
Yeah, you're breaking open. That is enough to damage the casks and open them up. All right. So honestly, I don't know what's in there. It looks like it's a bunch of salt and stuff.
All right.
So open this door.
All right.
Just throw a torch in that room as soon as you open it. Just throw torches and then see what's in it. Open the door with the torch as you throw it in, and then figure out what's in there.
Okay.
And hope you can get it before it gets to the park.
All right. So Thongrim has torched that room, and
you don't have to do that.
You've noticed
the hallway right here. Is that what?
Yeah, there's a hallway down there. I'm sorry, y'all are getting ahead of me. All right, so
he's not able to
burn fast enough.
Okay, so
just assume we're going looking at every room, looking at it, and burning it. Not that there's no one inside.
Okay, so you found a door here and a door here.
The first door.
Okay.
I want to look in that one.
All right, so you want to look. You start hearing some faint sounds from where you came, from whence you came, of yelling fire as smoke starts peering out of all of this. Here is more of another dining room area. Looks like there's nobody in. I'm assuming you're going to go ahead and burn it. Okay.
Doing that, I'm going to be back over here, mage handing burning coal into the hallway.
Into the hallway. Where?
Into the hallway, behind us. Just scooping it up, putting it behind us into a.
Which way? This way?
Behind us.
Is this behind us? Okay, so you have
like back the way we came behind us.
Okay.
That's good. That just enough to look.
Okay. All right.
And then we're running this way.
You're running that way.
And let's not burn the room.
The dead end we TPK.
We may need to go back and hide in these rooms so that people can pass us or whatever.
All right. Are you throwing more? Fire. Where's Thongrim?
Thongrim's back drinking the kegs of beer.
All right,
Open the door.
Wait, have we thrown fire behind you here?
Yeah.
That's it. Just a few handfuls in each spot.
Okay.
Has that lit the other barrels now in massive explosion?
Well, beer won't explode, will it?
No, it probably won't even burn.
There's barrels of Everclear.
Let's open the door.
The door. All right.
We're going to find the dead end, and we're going to be like, we turn around and go, wow, we just created it.
I'll be like, I got enough.
Y'all are going to find a dead end.
You don't have a ring of fire.
All right, I don't have it. All right, so we have a dead end here.
So is that a pool or a bathtub?
It's more of a bathtub type washroom. If you see, there's a privy down on the south end.
Right there we missed.
No, we didn't miss it. We didn't want to go in that room. All right. So looking in there, I'm going to be like, shit, guys, back to the...
So...
Go back up here. I'm going to start mage handing the coal that's here.
All right. So you start hearing... Okay. So now that there's fire everywhere... All right.
Is that water right there?
It is water, yes. It is like a bath.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it is a washroom.
So I'm going to look at one thing here before we give up this entirely. So the toilets, are they like chamber pots or do they drain into some sort of a...
I've been thinking they were like latrines, that they would need to be, cleansed, emptied.
Okay, so not like you can't Shawshank this.
No, I mean, you could dive in there if you wanted to. But
nothing helps put out fire like shit.
Well, if you could escape, like,
yeah,
if this was all connected to some sort of a sewer system or something.
I wouldn't be surprised if it all drained into the bottomless pit. That's where I'd put it. So,
there's a lot of fire going on here. There's a lot of heat. The walls are starting to burn. You hear some shouts from the west, from where you came, of fire. Your plan has worked. You have caused some chaos. This guy has come up this way, and he's yelling, "Fire! Fire!" You hear it rumbling down. You hear that rumbling down the hallway.
I guess we could have gone through that door. That's probably the way out.
Which door?
The door in the meeting room.
I guess it's run and jump over the fire or through the fire, and
it's just coal on the ground. I can push it out of the way.
Well, yes, but there's more. There's more fire now.
The beer liquid is burned down too, and
yeah, like I said, the walls are starting to catch. I mean, it's starting to be a raging inferno here. There's smoke everywhere. There's smoke pouring out. So that you guys are actually probably need to give me a Constitution save right now. I don't know what it needs to be, so we will call it 11.
All right. I'm going to do this, and I'd like to try and make my way back to the bottomless pit room if I can.
Yeah, that's where I'm sorry. I'm pushing the coal from...
Very good.
To at least get us that.
Okay. All right. So, you do that. Give me a dex saving throw against the fire.
Dex save.
To kind of avoid being burnt. Okay.
How much damage do I need?
I'm going to roll a 1d4 if I can find my d4 right now. All right, so you take 1 damage. Or you could take 2. I'm rolling 1. So, all right. So you're down there. You've made it. Y'all have all got here. There's still smoke and insulation. It's all happening here. So, anyway, you get down there, and I'm assuming, Thongrim, what are you doing?
I'm gonna just kind of open the door because I'm probably starting to get smoke inhalation.
What's above the bottomless pit?
A ceiling.
So there's not like a room above, or or it looks like a trap door above it, or anything like that.
No, not that you can tell.
Okay.
What in the world is that?
It is a guy saying, "Who goes there?" And initiative.
Do we want to call that?
I think we probably do as soon as we call the initiative order.
So you should let me go through the doors first.
I will say we did open the door really fast and kind of charge in, so we might have a surprise.
We also weren't being quiet.
If you roll lower than a 17, Gabe, we'll have initiative in the same order we were traveling.
You had to be different.
Hey, that's super fortunate. Look at that. So it's 1, 2, 3, and then him.
It is super fortunate. That is amazing. Okay, so you guys have managed to break out of your prison cells and set over half of the prison on fire. This is amazing. Good job, guys. So, you still don't really know how much time has passed. Yeah. Any questions, any thoughts, things that we need to wrap up at this point?
Not right now. Not for me, at least.
Okay. All right. Well, as always, I never know what y'all are going to do, and y'all have done not what I expected. I like it.
It makes 3 of us.
Makes 3 of us that you like it, or you don't know what y'all are doing.
Which one of us expected it?